Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise and we give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. Guys, if you want to capitalize on the biggest opportunity in history, which I believe is crypto, you need to be informed. And I work with people one-on-one, and I see a lot of my clients being wrecked by the portfolios that they've been creating. And the reason they created a lot of these positions and these bags is just flat out misinformation by influencers that could care less if they are speaking the truth. They're all about making money and growing your channel. And we're going to talk about that, but we're going to dive into the exciting news for Ripple that just came about with the partnership with Mastercard. Everyone is pumping that up like they always do when they hear things about Ripple. Well, guys, we're going to talk about confirmation bias, and I'm going to rant a little bit. Just hear me out. I promise you, this information that I'm going to share with you is not financial advice, but it is information that will make you a lot more money in the future, and you'll make better decisions, and therefore you'll stack better bags. Maybe you'll sell at a better time, and that's the information I want to share with you. So just hear me out, guys. I'll try to get through it in the next 5 minutes, but we need to talk about confirmation bias and the misinformation we're getting, and I'm going to prove it to you in this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. When it's all over, I'm really curious. And either way, hit that like button. Let's dive into what I want to share with you. Now, guys, confirmation bias is where you have the tendency to interpret new evidence as confirmation of one's existing beliefs or theories. And what happens, guys, is we see headlines like this: Mastercard forms CBDC partnership program with Ripple and Consensus. Confirmation bias. Woo! Told you, Ripple is going to dominate CBDCs, XRP to the moon. Well, guys, is that true or not? Well, we're going to dive deep, and that's the difference, guys, from the information I try to share with you guys. I'm here for me, and I do these deep dives to stack the best bags I can. I want good information, and I share it with you guys. I don't make it up. I don't care what I come up with at the end of this article. It is what it is. I don't have a say. I can just get the best information I can and place my bet. That's all we can all do. But if you're getting misinformation or partial information, that's what I see the most, you're going to get wrecked. Now, I want to share something with you. This is Crypto Erie's video. I'm just going to share a little bit, and I like Crypto Arie. Shout out to her. She does a lot of great videos with a lot of good information. Well, she just called out a guy called Jack the Rippler, because Jack the Rippler will post anything, and he basically posted the other day that PayPal was going to use Ripple XRP. Now, it is a 100% lie, but check this out, guys.
Original post had 284 repostings and 1,172 likes.
Now think about it, guys, and I'm not going to play all that. I'm just going to tell you what she basically said. That had over 1,100 likes, guys, and almost 300 reposts. Think about that. So people are going to take that to be true from Jack the Rippler. First of all, guys, that's a cue. That's a clue. Anyone with XRP or Ripple in their name and they're not a developer or they don't work for the company, guys, they're biased. They're never going to tell you something that is going to be negative, whether you need to know it or not. Don't listen to people like that, in my opinion. But what she talks about in this video is someone called him out and said, man, that's a flat out lie. Now, guess what he said? He said, so what? A lot of my information is lies. I am an influencer for entertainment. I'm not a financial advisor. Look at how much money I've made off of this post. And thank you for calling me out, because that made it go semi-viral, and he made more money. And he said he's going to continue to do that. Well, guys, I got news for you. Unfortunately, that is a lot of the influencers out there. And it's not just in the XRP influencer community. It's across the board. Guys, influence will tell you anything that you want to hear to keep coming back, because it's like telling someone that they can lose 500 pounds and still eat bad and don't have to exercise. They love that. They don't want to hear the truth about going to the gym and cutting back calories. It's the same thing. And guys, I've been around investors for 35 plus years, and I've never been around a wealthy, successful investor that doesn't constantly talk about the risk and the downside. Guys, all these opportunities sound sexy, and they may all end up being 100x or even more. But what's the downside? What's the probability of that happening? And if something comes up to change your mind, guys, you need to at least hear it out, weigh it out, and try to go straight to the source and see if it has merit. Now, I'll leave a link down below to Crypto Erie's video if y'all want to listen to the rest of it. But guys, be careful who you listen to. Now, let's dive into the confirmation bias. Most of you probably have heard this news, and you're thinking, that's a big deal. XRP to the moon. Well, guys, follow me on this, because I've been saying for a while, the tokens are going to be disappearing. Not all of them, but the bulk of them. And I'm going to prove that to you in this video. People don't want to hear this, but I believe tokens for the most part are a stepping stone. Even blockchain might be a stepping stone. The technology is advancing really, really fast. And the banks are using ledgers, smart contracts. When everything gets tokenized, we're going to have NFTs, smart contracts, and ledgers, and tokens are going to be used less and less and less. And corporate America doesn't want tokens. Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan has been saying all along, crypto's a scam, but blockchain and DLT technology is the future. Well, guys, ledgers are the future, smart contracts and NFTs, like I said. Now, is this a positive thing for retail XRP? If you hold XRP, is this positive? The answer is no. Outside of everyone thinking it's positive, that's the only thing that makes it positive. When you dive into this article and you understand what these partnerships are doing and what Mastercard is looking to do, they talk about Ripple, Consensus, and another project that people are not aware of, which I brought up about a year ago, telling people that you need to follow the corporations just as much as you follow like the foundations, because they are the future. But they talk about Fluency. Now, check this out, guys. Fluency is one of the other partners. Now, you know what they all three have in common, with all four of them have in common? They're all corporations. They're not foundations. And guess what, guys? They all have technology that doesn't need a token. Consensus doesn't have a token. Fluency doesn't have a token. Mastercard doesn't have a token. And Ripple does use XRP. And I know a lot of you guys are going to spin this. See, that's the token they're going to use. No, guys. If you do your homework and you understand when Ripple is working with the bank on a CBDC, you do not need the XRP token. They're going to create their own token on a side chain. And the reason they're working with Ripple is how to set that up. And Ripple is going to charge them 5 different ways. And they can choose to maybe incorporate the XRP token if they want, but why would they? They don't need it. And if you don't believe that tokens are going to go away and that banks do not want to use tokens, Let me quote you something from Yahoo Finance. Here, listen to me. Bridging account and token CBDCs for seamless wholesale to retail and retail to wholesale payments, putting an end to the ongoing debates. Fluency, which is the other company that has a partnership with Mastercard, has developed a groundbreaking solution capable of bridging token and account-based CBDCs called a Quorum Core to meet the needs of retail markets. Hear me out, guys. Central banks are leaning towards an account ledger-based CBDC model to eliminate limitations of token-based systems, while also exploring the use of a bridge to convert wholesale tokens to and from retail account payments deployed on the blockchain. Guys, I'm not going to dive into all the information I've made other videos about, but the banks are already have real-time settlement. They have those rails. FedNow has the same rails. The banking tokens may or may not be used as interoperability in between those rails, but they do not need a token. They do not need ODL. They do not need any other help to have real-time settlement. They already have that technology, and they've been using it and testing it for a while now. Now they're tying it all together. Now, for whatever that's worth, guys, go take a look at fluencytech.com and look at their stuff, guys. I'm telling you, they're a powerhouse. They already work with a large number of banks around the world. And listen to what it says. Other existing blockchains do not meet central bank requirements. And that's true, guys. CBDC central banks require features including offline capability, privacy, upgradability, programmability, and third-party systems interoperability. And they are not currently being met by any other blockchain. Well, Fluency does all that. And you say what you want, guys. You can use the confirmation bias. But guys, I'm here to tell you that this information right here is not bullish whatsoever for retail XRP. And even if they were going to use XRP, if they partner with Ripple, they're going to use ODL. And ODL means that banks do not own or buy XRP. They basically, for lack of a better way to say it, they lease out and Ripple's escrow supply, and they pay fees to do it. Basically, Ripple does those cross-border payments for them with their supply, and they insure it, and they put it in, they hold it for them. They'd never, ever, ever own XRP, not even for a second, because when they're doing that cross-border payment, XRP in ODL is Ripple's supply, and it's just a mechanism. And guys, that's information you need to know if you're thinking that the whole world is going to run on XRP rails and that, you know, XRP is going to 10,000. Just letting you know, guys, and quit reading the headlines. And please start doing your own research. Stay away from these hyped up influencers that are going to get you wrecked. You're missing a lot, guys. You're going to miss the biggest opportunity in history stacking the wrong bags. And if you're holding it past the next bull run, the opportunity cost is going to be immense. Do you know how many customers I have that have been holding XRP for like 6 years and they're way down in their bag? They could have been catching pump after pump after pump with that money and starting this bull run with a lot more money than being way down from where they started from 5-6 years ago. Guys, please do your own research. I say that with love. Guys, I have no reason to lead you down a wrong path. Any information I uncover for myself, I share with you guys. And hey, I don't like finding this stuff out either, but it's immensely important. And this is the last thing I'm going to say, guys, and I say this with love. no amount of evidence will ever persuade an idiot. And that's true. And unfortunately, there's a lot of idiots in crypto, and they are very biased. They're tribal, and they want to pump their so-called fake news, fake everything, and tell you what you want to hear just to pump their channel, guys. Be aware of that, and you'll make better decisions. Anyway, guys, look, if you can get into the Ripple IPO, highly recommend it. Ripple is a powerhouse, and I would give anything of all the positive information that comes out about Ripple every day pertain to XRP, but the facts are it doesn't. Brad himself about 2 or 3 months ago said, hey, if XRP goes away, Ripple will be fine. Well, I didn't get that until now. But guys, they're moving into so many different services. Cross-border payments is going to be a very, very small amount of what Ripple actually does. Ripple's a powerhouse, and the best business model I have ever seen is Ripple's business model with their escrow and their ODL. They get to dump on the community, they buy it back lower, they stick it back in escrow. Every project that I know, once they release tokens, they're released. And if you want to buy them back, you're going to have to buy them back in the open market, but you don't get to re-release them over and over and over. They basically have half the supply. They've got 25 years worth of supply before they'll ever need to go into the market and buy retail. But they do. They dump about 300 million tokens a month, and they buy back a different amount every month lower. It's a perfect business model, but it costs us, the retail holder, our profits, because guys, it's a peer-to-peer system. If I pull out $1 million out of an ecosystem, out of a pot, that's $1 million others have lost. So when you hear Ripple, just sold and made a $15 billion, which is what the judge said they have made off of XRP, $15 billion, that came out of the XRP community. That's enough of that, guys. Look, XRP is a great project. It's going to do well. The ledger is amazing. However, in my opinion, it's not a long-term hold. There's a lot better projects out there that are going to pump harder and have less risk. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know in the comments section what you think. And either way, come back and be part of this community. And be careful who you listen to, guys, because if the majority were right, the majority would be rich. Take care.